Chapter 13. How they journeyed to the feasting. Let us now take leave of all their bustlings, and tell how Lady Kriemhild and her maidies journeyed from Nibelung land down toward the Rhine. Never did sumpters bear so much lordly raiment. They made ready for the way, full many travelling chests. Then Siegfried, the knight, and the queen as well, rode forth with their friends to where they had hoped for joys. Later it sped them all the great harm. They left Springfield's little child, Kriemhild's son, at home. That needs must be. Great grief befell him through their journey to the court. The bard never saw his father or his mother more. With them too there rode Lord Sigmund, and had he known aright how he would fare at feasting, nor whit of it would he have seen, no greater woe might ever hap to him in loving friends. Messengers were sent ahead, who told the tale. Then with stately band there rode to meet them many of Uta's kith and Gunther's liegemen. The host gan bestir him for his guests. He went to where Brunhild sate and asked, "How did my sister greet you when you came to our land? In like manner must ye greet Siegfried's wife." "That will I gladly," quoth she, "for I have good cause to be her friend." The mighty king spake further, "They come to us early on the morrow. If ye would greet them, set quickly to work, that we abide them not within the castle. At no time have such welcome guests ever come to see." At once she bade her maids and ladies hunt out goodly raiment, the best they had, the which her train should wear before the guests. One may lightly say they did this gladly. Gunther's men hasted also for to serve them, and round him the host did gather all his knights. Then the queen rode forth in princely wise, and mickle greeting of her welcome guests was done. What with great joy did they receive them! It thought them as though Lady Kriemhild had not greeted Lady Brunhild so fair in Burgundian land. Those who had never seen her became acquaint with lofty mood. Now was Siegfried come with his liegemen. One saw the heroes wending to and fro upon the plain in unyieldy bands. None might guard him there against the jostling and the dust. When that the ruler of the land spied Siegfried and Sigmund, how lovingly he spake. "Now be ye full welcome to me and all my friends. Ye shall be of good cheer because of this your journey to our court." "Now God requite you," quoth Sigmund, the honor-seeking man. "Sith my son Siegfried warned you to kinsmen, my heart hath urged that I should go to see you." At this spake Gunther, "Now hath joy happed to me thereby." Siegfried was received with much great worship as beseeched him. None bare him hatred there. Gishiel and Gernot gladly thereby with great courtesy. I ween never have guests been greeted in such goodly wise. Then the wives of the two kings drew near each other. Emptied were many saddles, as fair ladies were lifted down by knightly hands upon the sword. Now base were those who gladly served the dames. The lovely women now drew near each other, and many a night was blithe that such fair greeting passed between the twain. Then one saw great press of warriors standing by the high-born maids. The lordly meaning grasped each other by the hand. Much courteous bowing was seen, and loving kisses from fair-fashioned dames. This liked well Gunther and Siegfried's liegemen for to see. They bidded now no longer, but rode to town. The host bade show his guest full well that all were fain to see them in the Burgundian land. Many royal jousts took place before the high-born maid. Hagen of Tronig and Otwin too proved full well their prowess. One durst not leave undone whatso they would command. Much service was rendered by them to the welcome guests. Many shields were heard resound from thrust and blow before the castle gate. The host and guests tarried long time without, or ever they came within. Forsooth the hours passed quickly for them with their sport. Merrily they rode before the royal palace. Many cunning housings of good cloth and well cut were seen, hanging on either side from the saddles of the fair-fashioned dames. Then came Gunther's liegemen. Men bade lead the strangers quickly to their easement. At times one saw Brunhild glance at Lady Kriemhild, who was passing fair enow. Her colour against the gold gave back the gleam in lovely wise. On every side in Worms one heard the courtiers shout. Gunther bade Dunkvat his marshal give him and his care, who then gained lodge the retinue in goodly wise. One let them eat within and eke without, and never were stranger guests better cared for. Men gave them gladly all they craved, so rich was king, that not a wish was there denied. Men served them in friendly wise, without the hate. The host now took his seat at table with his guests, and one bade Siegfried be seated where he sat before. Then many a stately man went with him to the seats. 1,200 warriors in sooth did sit about his round table. Brunhild thought her that a vassal could not be mightier than he, yet she was still so friendly to him that she did not wish his death. On one evening, when the king was seated at the board, many costly robes were wet with wine, as butlers hide them to the tables. Full service was given there with mickle zeal, as hath long been the wont at feasts. Men bade the ladies and the maids be given fair lodgment, from wherever they were come. The host bare then right good and will, one gave them all the now with goodly honours. When the night had an end and the day appeared, many a precious stone from the sumpter chest sparkled on goodly weeds, as they were touched by women's hand. Many a lordly robe was taken forth, or ever the day had fully dawned, and many knights and squires came out before the hall. Then rose a merry rout before the early mass, which was sung for king. There young heroes rode so well that king did cry them mercy. Many a trumpet rang out passing loud, and the noise of drums and flutes did grow so great that the broad town of Worms re-echoed with the sound. The high-mettled heroes horsed them everywhere. Then they were rose in the land high knightly play, from many a doughty champion. One saw a great rout of them, whose youthful hearts beat high. Then many a dapper knight and good stood armed with shield. At the easement sat the high-born dames, and many a comely maids, decked out in brave attire. They watched the pastime of many valiant men. The host himself gained tilt there with his friend. Thus they passed the time, which seemed aught but long. Then from the dome was heard the sound of bells. The belfries came, the ladies rode way, and many a bold man followed their noble queens. They alighted on the green before the minster. Brunhild was still friendly to her guest. Wearing crowns they entered the spacious church. Late their love was parted, which caused great hate. When they had heard the mass, they rode away again with many honours, and were soon seen going merrily to table. Their pleasure at the feasting did not flag until the 11th day.